Part 1. The Myth of the Midnight Bite. It's late, the house is quiet, the dishes are done, the kids are asleep, the lights are low. You've brushed your teeth, you've climbed into bed, and then it hits that soft, familiar pull in your belly. Not hunger exactly, not boredom either. Just something, a desire, a craving, a whisper that says, I could really go for something right now. Maybe it's a banana, maybe it's a bowl of cereal, maybe it's that one cookie you've been thinking about since dinner. And immediately, the war begins. One voice says, it's too late. That'll ruin your sleep. Another says, it's just a bite. You'll fall asleep faster if your stomach isn't growling. And caught between those voices, you lie there, debating a snack like it's a life decision. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The idea that eating at night is bad for you is everywhere. Wellness blogs warn about insulin spikes. Trainers shout about fat storage. Diet culture chimes in with guilt and shame. And in the middle of all that noise, something simple gets lost. Your body might just need something. Not to sabotage you, not to undo your progress, but to settle, to soften, to sleep. So let's clear something up right now. Eating at night doesn't automatically ruin your sleep. What matters more than when you eat is what you eat, why you're eating it, and how it affects your unique system. Because here's what your body actually cares about at night. Stability. Your blood sugar staying steady. Your nervous system staying calm. Your digestion staying light but supported. If you go to bed truly hungry, especially after a long day of stress or too little food, your body might see that as a threat. It might spike cortisol. It might keep you awake. It might jolt you awake at 3 a.m. with adrenaline. Not because you're broken, but because your brain thinks you're fasting, and fasting means danger. And danger means don't sleep yet. So in that context, a small, balanced bedtime snack isn't indulgent. It's medicine. It's reassurance. It's your way of telling your body, you're safe, you're fed, you can rest. But of course, not all snacks are created equal. A handful of chips in front of the TV? That's not the same as a banana with almond butter. Ice cream from emotional overload? Not the same as a slice of toast to stabilize your blood sugar. The goal isn't to eat out of impulse. It's to eat with intention. Ask, what do I actually need right now? If the answer is food, real food, grounding food, then a small snack might be exactly what helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. And if the answer isn't food, if it's comfort, connection, release, or relief, then naming that truth matters too. Because many of us reach for food at night, not because we're hungry, but because we're tired. Tired of performing, tired of carrying, tired of being strong all day. And food becomes the one place we feel allowed to soften. That's not something to judge. That's something to meet with compassion. Because sometimes the midnight cookie isn't about nutrition. It's about being seen, being soothed, being given a moment of sweetness when the rest of the day was bitter. So maybe the real question isn't, should I eat at night? Maybe the question is, what is my body asking for? And am I listening with curiosity, not criticism? Because once you tune in, you might discover that a small, smart snack doesn't harm your sleep at all. In fact, it might be the bridge your body needs to finally let go. because sleep doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for peace. And sometimes peace comes in the form of a warm bite before bed. Part 2. What you eat at night matters more than when. Not all bedtime snacks are created equal. The kind of food you reach for late at night can make the difference between tossing and turning or sinking into deep, uninterrupted rest. And this isn't about calories. This is about chemistry. This is about the way food interacts with your hormones, your blood sugar, your brain. So if you're going to eat at night, and for many people that's exactly what their body needs, the key is to eat in a way that supports, not sabotages your sleep. So what does that actually look like? It starts with balance. A good nighttime snack has two key things: complex carbohydrates and a little protein or fat. Carbs help increase tryptophan transport to the brain, a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, the hormones that make you feel calm and sleepy. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar so you don't spike and crash. Fat slows digestion just enough to keep things steady without causing heaviness. The goal isn't to fill yourself, it's to gently anchor your nervous system. Here are some examples. A slice of whole grain toast with almond butter. A small banana with a spoonful of peanut butter. A few oat crackers with hummus. Plain Greek yogurt with berries. Cooked oats with a splash of milk. These aren't treats, they're tools. They tell your brain, you're not in famine, you're not in danger, you can release the day now. Compare that to the typical midnight snack: cookies, chips, ice cream, soda. These are high in sugar, high in salt, high in stimulation. They spike blood sugar fast, give you a dopamine rush, and then drop you flat, usually right around 3 a.m. They feel comforting in the moment, but they don't sustain comfort. They mimic relief without providing it, and your sleep pays the price. You might fall asleep quickly, especially if you were emotionally drained, but the quality of that sleep? Thin, shallow, disrupted. Because your body's too busy cleaning up the metabolic chaos. And let's not forget digestion. Heavy, greasy, spicy foods at night can tax your system. Your body spends the night trying to break down dinner instead of repairing tissues, balancing hormones, processing memory. That's why even if you do sleep through the night, you might wake up groggy, puffy, moody. It's not just the hours you sleep, it's how your body gets to use them. And when you eat in a way that supports rest, your body gets to focus on healing, regenerating, restoring. Another trick? Timing. Try to keep your last small meal or snack about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That gives your digestive system time to settle, but still keeps blood sugar from crashing overnight. Too long without food, especially if your dinner was light, can lead to adrenaline spikes while you sleep. But too close to bedtime, especially if the food is large or rich, can make your body feel overworked. It's not about rules, it's about rhythm. And don't underestimate the power of ritual. Preparing a bedtime snack can become a calming cue, a signal to your nervous system. The day is ending, you're transitioning, you're safe, you're fed. And that small moment of intentional nourishment can feel like a warm blanket around your body. You're not just eating, you're building trust with yourself. So instead of fighting the craving, fearing the clock, or arguing with your hunger, What if you responded with gentleness? What if the late night snack wasn't something to control, but something to honor? Because rest doesn't start the moment you close your eyes. It starts the moment your body believes you'll give it what it needs. Part 3. Listening. Beneath the craving. There's a question under every craving. Not just, what do I want, but what am I needing that I don't know how to ask for? And sometimes the answer is food. Sometimes it's protein and carbs to balance blood sugar, to soothe the nervous system, to help your body know it can rest. But sometimes it's not really about food at all. It's about presence, stillness, permission. It's about wanting to feel cared for in a day where you were busy caring for everyone else. And that craving, whether it leads you to the fridge or not, isn't wrong. It's a messenger. It's your body saying, I still need something. I still need you. So what if we stopped shaming the craving and started listening to it? Because here's the truth. Hunger at night isn't always a failure of willpower. It's often a reflection of how you lived your day. Did you eat enough during the day? Did you fuel yourself regularly? Did you let your emotions move through you, or did you stuff them down? Did you check in with yourself, or just power through on autopilot? Nighttime hunger is often the echo of unmet needs, and meeting those needs doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. That's why a 10 p.m. snack, when done consciously, can be more than food. It can be a ritual of return, a way to say, I hear you, I'm here. You don't have to earn rest by ignoring your body. You can invite rest by responding to it. And sometimes the most healing thing you can do isn't fasting or fighting. It's feeding. Feeding the hunger. Feeding the emotions. Feeding the part of you that still feels too much, too wired, too wound up to sleep. Because when you meet your needs without judgment, you create safety. And safety is the soil where sleep grows. So tonight, if you find yourself staring at the fridge door, debating that banana, that toast, that spoonful of yogurt, pause. Not to shame yourself, but to ask, is this what I need right now? And if it is, eat slowly, kindly, without punishment, without story. Let it be simple. Let it be sacred. Let it be enough. And if it's not food you're needing, maybe it's a journal, a breath, a stretch, a song, a cry. Give yourself that too. Because sleep is never just about the body. It's about what the body is carrying. And the more you tend to that weight while you're awake, the easier it is to set it down when it's time to sleep. You are not a machine to be controlled. You are not a problem to be fixed. You are a body, a brilliant, beautiful, responsive body that just wants to feel safe. And every choice you make to feed that safety, that's not weakness, that's wisdom. So eat the snack or don't. But either way, listen deeply, because under every bite, under every craving, under every restless night, is a self that's waiting to be heard. And when you finally listen, sleep comes. Not because you earned it, but because you stopped fighting yourself, and you let peace in. You've been listening to Eat to Sleep, a podcast from the Daily Health Shift. If this episode helped you soften your approach to food and rest, we invite you to subscribe, leave a kind review, and share it with someone who still thinks eating at night is bad. Because sometimes the best thing you can give your sleep is a little something on your plate. Sleep well, friend.